So what's up, everybody? I want to introduce everyone to the channel, and we're just gonna do a little light conversations, no real direction to the topics today. I really just want to do a background on, who I am and why I decided to do this channel. What some of my expectations are. I made this channel really for anybody who's just like me, who's seriously trying to dedicate themselves to become the best version of themselves and who wants to figure out this whole thing called life. You're trying to figure out how to become a better friend to individuals. You want to figure out how to become a better partner, in your relationship. You want to do the best that you can in your job, or if you're looking for a particular career avenue to navigate, how to come up with the proper formula that fits for you because we all don't have to fit into somebody else's expectations of what's the right thing to do, what's the proper thing to do. You have to figure out what defines you and how you want to represent your brand. And knowing yourself, having a good level of self-awareness, how you best navigate the different spaces that you're in, because nobody else is going to live your life but you. Nobody else has to wake up in the morning, look at themselves in the mirror, and start to think about all those narratives that go through their minds. And then as you go through your day, hearing the messages of either doubt or hearing the messages of encouragement. How many of those messages do we have um, of negative versus positive? And, of course, we should be having more positive, but it's like, even if you're in that space and you have a lot of negative, thinking about what the foundation of those negative thoughts may be, and then figuring how to supersede that, overpower them, and come out on top, the glorious individual, and embracing your divineness that you were placed here on this earth to experience. And so, I made this because I be honest with you, I've been trying to figure out different spaces in my own personal and professional career, and thinking, you're gonna have somebody who's going to be there, you're gonna have these mentors or people will see, oh, it's a young person trying to move up, and just really trying to give them the game, explain to them, this is what I went through. This is how I felt. It's hard to really find somebody to be genuine and authentic with you that really wants to help you accomplish what your goals are and level up. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't people there, and one of the things that I think that we have to have our own personal accountability about is really being able to clearly articulate what your specific goals and expectations are when you come into these different arenas. Because some people, they're well, not some people, all people's time is precious and valuable. And everyone may not have the time to necessarily give to you, especially if you don't know where you are, or what you want to do. And another thing that's important for us that we have to take personal accountability for is the follow up. Because people's time is very valuable, and because that's the most precious thing that you can give to someone is your time. Then when we do have those moments and opportunities, how much do we dedicate ourselves to the follow up, and we make sure when we come into that person's presence, what type of value are we trying to present in that moment to have that conversation? So that takes a lot of personal work. A lot of these moments when we're sitting in our rooms, when we have that downtime, are you making the best of the downtime that you have? And then what little things are you doing to improve your shortcomings? We all have shortcomings. And I think the best thing you can do is to be authentic with that. You see people, they try to hide it every day, and then by them trying to hide who they are every day and what their shortcomings may be, they're full of stress. And then that stress, they act it out either in excessive drinking or negative narratives. They may treat other people in a bad way. It's just they project their shortcomings on the other people. So I think the best thing we can all do is to let people know where our faults are, let people know we feel like we may fall short, and be open and willing to have critiques from other people. Critiques and criticism isn't a bad thing, but I also think you have to be selective with whose critiques and whose criticisms you place value on. You have to make sure that they're actually coming from a space where there is no envy, there is no jealousy, there is no maliciousness in their intent. And I was reading something today and it was talking about when you make the statement to be honest doesn't mean that you then get a pass to be rude. To be candor, or to offer that type of viewpoint, it doesn't mean that you have to come from a place of disrespect. You can be honest with somebody and still be respectful and let them know that it's coming from a place of love. So we got to be open to that. It's a tennis match. Both sides. You got to be willing to hit that ball back and forth to understand that, okay, this is where you all are falling short for me, and then this is where I'm falling short for you all, and be willing to understand that it's not, when we try to do the blame game, then we're trying to absolve all responsibility off ourselves, and that causes us to remain stagnant, and it causes us to not be able to progress at the rate that we're trying to progress. What we have to do is, I say, get into percentages. Recognize 70% of this issue is mine, 50% of this issue is mine. But don't ever go into a situation and just try to absolve yourself of all responsibility. Figure out what part of it was in your control. And when you show up the next time, you just do better. That's it. We just do better. Like, we're all trying to figure this thing called life out, and we're all on different paths and different journeys. And we're going to get where we want to get, but we have to understand that there must be a lot of intentionality. There must be intentionality behind our actions. There must be a mindset of when we're waking up that life isn't happening to us, but we're making our lives happen, right? So that takes a sense of initiative and proactivity. And once we start to come from that particular mindset, we'll watch the whole entire world around us change. We'll watch our perspective change. We'll watch our outlook change. When we have engagements, we'll watch the dynamic conversations unfurl. Ideas will spread. We just have to change what our mindsets are and be willing to find other like-minded individuals. That's why I'm really doing the YouTube. I know it's other people out here who want to figure this out just like me. I know it's other people who may feel like they may be coming up short. You're not. You're in the place that you need to be. No matter what your age is, you are where you need to be. The only time that you can come up short is when you are not trying to wake up every day and become a better version of who you are. And that's what my next segment is going to be. Leadership and Living, episode number 2 is going to be, what did you do today to become a better version of yourself? I'm happy to record that and go through these tidbits, these checklists that you can ask, but I just felt like I had to come on here and just kind of explain and be authentic with people. No scripts, no notes, no nothing. This is just coming straight off the dome, straight off the heart, to let everyone know why I did these segments, why I started this YouTube, and to tell y'all I don't feel like I made it. I don't feel like I'm where I want to be at. There are some shortcomings I think that I have. There are some improvements that I would like to make, and I'm just every day trying to build on that. So if you're on that path, if you want to get on that path, then I'm telling you to join me. Let's wake up every day. Let's give our best. Let's prioritize and figure out whatever your goals are, wherever you want to go. How can we accomplish that? What are the necessary tools we need to accomplish that? And I'm telling y'all to check in, dive in, and be committed. Develop that discipline. Discipline is one of the common denominators between all of those people who are successful, and how that differentiates themselves from people who are not successful. It's being disciplined to whatever your goals are. And so you can, check me out. House of Aten 22 at gmail.com is my Gmail. I did hop on TikTok. I'm started off new on that. So you want to contact me through Gmail, hit me up in the comment section, and let's go on this journey together. I'm starting at the ground floor with everybody. Hell, we gonna be down in the basement, and let's try to make it to the ground floor to build a foundation. I'm willing to be in the trenches, and I think that's what everybody needs who's trying to come up. So I appreciate y'all time. This is the video I just shot just off the dome, so it's raw, uncut, and y'all gonna get it just like it is. Peace.